Yes, we made it. Hello, we're live. How is everyone? Happy Monday. We're officially live. I love being here every week. Well, I took a little time off, but we're back. So, season 2, I'm excited. So get comfy, get settled in. I'm super excited again for tonight's episode. Always an important subject, I feel. Do appreciate everyone that's here joining us. Please drop some love in the chat and show some support. I will be pulling up your comments soon and welcoming you. I just want to always say thank you for being here. We're here for another season with wonderful guests who want to share their stories and their mayhem. I hope everyone is feeling fantastic as we're finishing up the weekend here, Labor Day. Hope everyone had a nice, peaceful, relaxing time off from laboring. So, welcome to my Mayhem Streamcast. I am DJ. I'm your host of tonight's conversation. We're here to share powerful stories and experiences to destigmatize and normalize mental health, disability, and trauma that we all share. This is a place where we like to share that mayhem. We want to create opportunities through connections, and we want to be a voice to break those stigmas and encourage acceptance. I always like to add my trigger warning, and I encourage to use discretion as we can discuss things that may be difficult or mature in nature, and these are our opinions. So, big thank you to StreamYard that always powers my show every Monday night. And if you're new to my stream, welcome. I appreciate you. I'm excited if you're making it for our wonderful conversation. Very important topic. I hope to see some new names. Please follow me on LinkedIn. If you don't know, I'm on Twitch. I'm on Twitch over there too. Give me a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. So thank you for everyone that's here. I see we got some comments coming in already, and this is really exciting. I really am happy that we can share today and talk about this important topic. I know everyone knows that we have made it to September, and we're here to promote National Suicide Prevention Month. So I do have the Suicide Prevention Lifeline, and I'm going to be running the ticker tonight for the whole episode. So let me go ahead and bust that out. It's a really important number, so we're going to be running that tonight. Thank you for everyone that's here. I'm so excited. Shout out to everyone. I want to introduce my guest before we get going because he's wonderful. I don't know of anybody who doesn't know Coach. If you don't know Coach, you're missing. Coach is a wonderful, vibrant person, and he is on LinkedIn, and he's out in the communities. He's in your community, he's in my community, he's in all the communities. So we really want to encourage him and welcome him today. He's been running his nonprofit organization for over 10 years. He focuses on character development way beyond measure. He likes to provide students with skills to increase their confidence, to stand up and stand out against bullying, talking about suicide, and of course, bringing awareness to the importance of mental health in our children and our adolescents in our schools. So we're going to be introducing him here, and it's going to be fun. So let's go find Coach. Coach, where are you at, Coach?
Hey, I'm right here. Or where are you at? I'm here, you're there, right?
Yeah, we're here, you're there, we're everywhere. So let's say hi to the chat before we get started. I'm so glad you're here. Yes. Thank you for joining us. This is going to be fun.
You know
we're going to talk about important topics.
Yeah, topics that are difficult, but topics that need to be shared. And so I'm excited just to get started and share these again. These are sharing thoughts that we have, and I'm excited.
Thank you. Yeah. So, and you have an amazing organization that really loves to talk about mental health and really teaching our adolescent and youth about it, our children, which I know the statistics, and I don't talk too much about statistics, but it's good to mention that statistics show that children younger and younger are being greatly affected and are on the rise for even suicide ideation. So this is why it's important. It's important for everyone to have awareness and insight into warning signs and not being afraid to ask the question. Important question.
That's right.
All those questions. Not be shy about it. We're saving lives.
That's it right there. That's right. You nailed it, because you have to ask hard questions. And I would rather ask a very, very difficult question to an 8-year-old than to, by the time they're 9, them struggling with suicide thoughts and things that come past them daily with the phones and the just everything that is happening so fast. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and we have to grow up fast. You got to grow up. No, we don't need to grow up fast. I want you to stay in your lane, and you're important. We need you. We need our next generation because we need help.
We need help. We're going to recruit some folks tonight in the chat, huh?
We're going to do that. That's right.
We're going to say hi to our friends. Hi, Mackenzie. Welcome to the show.
Mackenzie.
Welcome. We got Tim here. What's up, Tim? Shout out to PA.
Tim from PA. Nice.
Yeah. Thank you for the support.
Like PA. I was in Johnstown, not Johnstown. I was just outside of Pittsburgh at a university, and I got to do a suicide awareness event, and they were afraid that not too many folks would be showing up because, it's about suicide. My goodness. You know who showed up? The right people, because they do want to talk about it. And it doesn't, I talk to so many people that have been infected or affected by this, by suicide. Yeah. And it's easy for us to sit back and say, listen, DJ, I wish there was a way to get to them and say, it's temporary. What you want to do is make it permanent, but it's temporary. And then how do we do that? How do we guide them so that they don't take that step? Because a lot of times, listen, we're talking about it now, it's permanent. And I've talked to so many people that said, as soon as I regretted it, as soon as I regretted it. But then they're battling again. Your mind is a very, very important muscle. Now hear me, coach is coach. Everybody has a muscle. And in that muscle, how do you exercise it? Do you listen to the voices or do you beat the snot out of them? That means punching bag. That means speed bag. That means whatever it is. That's Haya karate. That's I get a massage. Whatever it is that you do to strengthen your mind is a huge thing, because I just want one. Let's go after that one so that testimony can go get more. So we're fishing in a very deep pond, but we're going to get them. We're going to catch some. We are. We're going to catch some. There's the hotline right there. The hotline's right here.
Oh, yeah.
If you need it. That's
absolutely. A fact. Hi, Kelly. Kelly from Nashville. Thank you for being here.
Look at all the... She's got the alphabet by the side of her name. She's a CLPCCCL. She's a V3. She's an RC3PO. Hey, you know what I put next to my name, Kelly? I put Coach David Verdu. ADD plus some of the other alphabet. Sorry.
I saw you had your organizational initials there. For Way Beyond Measure, WBM. Yeah. It took me a minute. I had to figure it out. But shout out to Rosemary. Thank you for being here.
Rosemary from Phoenix, Arizona.
Mr. Troy is comiendo. Hope I said that right. Thank you for being here. Olga, always lovely in Ecuador. ¿Cómo estás? How are you? It is important to have these conversations. Yes, season 2, it's really exciting. It's everywhere all the time. It really is. It's your friend, it's your neighbor, it's your student, it's your coworker. It could be someone living in your home. It could be your neighbor. It's unfortunate that, with everything that's been going on, people, the increase in those thoughts is on the rise. So we have to be there. Finding Cherry. Welcome, friend.
Hey guys, I'm here to hear. Wait, huh? I'm here to hear. All right.
Sasha from Smoky, Oregon.
My daughter lives just outside of Portland, and I've been to a school called Oswego, Lake Oswego, just outside of Portland there. What a beautiful place. But yeah, Northern California, where I'm from, and up into the Oregon, up into that coast. It is a very smoky place. And so what we need to do is we need to call down rain, the real rain. We need water rain in California and Oregon and take care of those fires. Who's with me? Anyone agree?
Oh
Write it
yeah,
out. Let's go. We need water for
you're
sure.
great.
I leave for California in a week and a half. So
Yeah,
we're excited to we're taking this whole thing on tour again, so we're welcome back into school. So, and again, we just don't take it lightly. Please, if you're struggling or you know someone struggling, get them to the
oh yeah,
crisis line. They're professionals, they'll be able to help them. But at the same time, no one alone. That's another one of our slogans is
oh,
NO, the number one, alone. No one alone. Help, serve, be in the community. I love
have those conversations with
it,
your kids,
yeah.
any kids, all the
Yeah,
kids.
be the
Engage them.
neighbor. Yeah, be the neighbor. And now listen, if it's difficult for you, but you can gather people together, call me. I'll be there. I will bring whatever's necessary to help you and your community battle and do something tremendous for families and kids that we'll build a new memory. We build a new memory, a new bridge that takes people from the hurting and the mental part of it into some victories they can actually see, because it's very important to help them see victories because they're not a burden. They're not. We
Right,
get it. We need to
absolutely.
get you help. We need to talk
Yeah.
about it because I are one of them. Did you know that, DJ? I are one of them.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah. So I have a story, just like most people. We all have stories, and I boy, helping others has helped me tremendously because you know what it's told me? I'm not
Hmm.
alone. You're
Yes,
not alone.
that's it.
So let's
I'm
use each
telling
other. Yeah, let's
you.
use
Yeah.
each other. I'm so thankful, DJ, for letting you have just letting me be on this show and really going after saying, you know, I don't want to be that guy that just talks about it. So I did. I was just in
Oh
Midland,
no,
Odessa,
you're a be
Texas.
about it kind of guy. We know this. You're a be about it.
Yeah. So so I'm in Midland, Odessa, Texas just last week, and I have a whole bunch of people staring at me, and something came to me,
Hmm.
and this is the word that came to me. It said, "We have so many people sharing, share this and share that, and we share this, we share pictures, we share all this stuff. We share knowledge, we share whatever we think truth is. We share, 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 share. When do we start to show?
Right
I want
here,
you to
right
think
now.
about that. Yet we have to show. Too many people share. There's a lot of sharing, but sometimes the sharing
Mhm.
don't match the show. We share, 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 but then we don't show. Oh yeah, I do love my neighbor. Show it. I do
Yeah.
show it. It's time to show. Stop talking so much.
Yeah.
Stop sharing. Stop, I'm just saying. Just I know a lot of people have some great things to say, but show me. Come on, show. And so I want to
You have
show
to
people out there
demonstrate.
that
Yeah.
yep, it's right. Demonstrate and get out there and let people know that, hey, we're here for you.
Right. Absolutely. And I think that's one of the things. I think we should just start maybe cover some of the warning signs about suicide. I think that would be really important to kind of talk about knowing and giving individuals like some information because and I've been watching some videos and a lot of individuals sometimes say there were no warning signs. And I like to
Mm,
kind of go against that and challenge that and say there were warning signs. There had to be some sort of warning signs, changes in behavior, uh, changes, all kinds of changes,
yeah,
right? So some of those warning signs, their language, the conversations, what they're talking about, right? They start talking about
yep,
wanting to die or, yeah,
movement,
questions.
attitude, facial expressions, the
Mm-hmm.
dress that they wear. They used to be live and vibrant. Now they're a little gloomy and dark and baggy, whatever it is. The
Yeah.
key, please, please. Here's the key.
So many.
Talk.
Open that door.
Communicate. Because we
Yeah.
could say all, DJ, we could say all the, I've said them over and over. Check the attitude, listen, parents, your parents. Parents
Or
means
I want to say something, Coach.
in,
When you say
come on.
attitude, it might be that if you think like, oh, what's wrong with them? That attitude change. But that might be it. That might be it. Look at it not in such a harsh way, but maybe consider another possibility.
Right. But then you got to learn the approach. Because
so
sometimes
let's talk about warning
parents,
signs. Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to go for a few more. Feelings of emptiness and hopelessness.
Yep.
Right. Those feelings, unbearable.
But how do you measure those? But DJ, how do you measure those feelings? How do you see those?
Don't, but this
how
is
do you know loneliness? Right. I understand.
I would think behavior changes. Maybe the way they communication changes. You got to be observant, right? Observant,
yes, right.
Aware, and I'm paying attention to those that you care about. Especially, I mean, you're going to know your inside circle first and foremost, and if you know, as a professional, whether you're a teacher or in the office or something, or working in schools, you meet kids that you've never met, but you feel that energy. There's something that tells you like that there's something that may need some attention, that a plea for help, cry for help. There's signs.
That's right. That's what I wanted to get out of you. So tell me this. This is good. This is good. I love your energy with this. So, oh my gosh, don't lose it. You lost it. It's gone.
You lost ADD. Listen, I always say that roller coaster is going to come back. So don't you worry. That roller coaster will come back. It's okay. Let's keep going with the warning signs. Talk about being a burden, withdrawing from friends and family. Again, going back to that. Giving away important objects or possessions, right?
Like
saying goodbye.
Hey, I'm going upset. I'm writing a letter to all my friends, or whatever it is, or the secretivity. So I'm in Paris, Arkansas, and I just get done doing an assembly called the SUSO assembly. Stand up, stand out, be the difference. And I see in the corner my wife and another teammate, and weeping, and there's like 8 girls around them, and we walk over there, and sure enough, they had a pact. They handed us a bag of pills, and they had a pact for that weekend to commit suicide. No one knows if they're going to go through it or not, but it certainly did look real. And so I'm just glad that we were able to help and listen and understand. So it's also about the approach and how you act about it. So the question here's the roller coaster, come back around. The question is, as a parent, as a teacher, do you think it's okay to get into the kids' space? Like, as a parent, I'm going through your bedroom, as I'm going through your phone, I'm going through. So and what age can you stop? At what age do you say, well, because I know my parents, with me, if I had a phone, my mom and dad had 8 boys. My mom would have been like, I'm 17. Give me that phone. I'd be, yes, ma'am. Because I knew. I think it's way different now. I mean, some kids that are 14, 15, 16 years old have locks on their doors.
Oh, yeah.
How do you approach that? What do we do?
I was seeing some research, and I know that the National Suicide Prevention, they do have like a whole page and information and resources on like the signs of like digital. So, right, sometimes you just gotta your kids digitally or virtually through their social medias if you don't have physical access to what they're doing. But I mean, it's important to stay involved in your children's lives. So
how about grades? How about a dip in their grades or the school aspect of, I don't know what happened. for her sophomore year or whatever, her freshman year, he was a 4.0.
Yeah, that
Now I
loss,
can barely get, yeah, it's hard. It would be hard to
losing interest in
just be,
things or
yeah,
giving up interest in things when they start to
yeah,
disassociate and,
yeah.
uh,
She used to be so athletic.
yeah.
She used to have so many friends. He used to, and so we need to get into the um, he used to business or she used to business and get into that
But what do we do now,
and make
right? So
sure.
you make the observation and you come to terms with that, and that thought pops in your mind. But then what? What do you do with that? How do you move it
I
forward
think,
to save that life?
come on. Um,
So
it's approach and communication. Go ahead.
oh
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, I'm agreeing with you. This conversation's hot, Coach.
It's
Hot.
so it's approach and conversation, because now we get even deeper when it talks about communication. You can't expect as a parent, if you've never had great communication skills, to go into a great conversation, especially this one right here. However,
Oh yeah.
it's it needs to start at an age to where that you guys can collaborate. Because if she's the one having the feelings at 9 years old, here's what we tend to do. You're just a kid. What do you, my grandfather way back in the day, I'm not going to tell you how far back, but, we shrug it off or whatever. What really, he's just a kid. He'll be okay. They'll grow out of it.
But
It's time to have that talk.
Isn't it easier to? I mean, as an adult in that situation, it's hard to come to terms, and I talk about this in my show constantly, encouraging the acceptance. Like, okay, we maybe they don't even want to be aware to it. So let me back that train up just a little bit more. First of all, is if they have the thought like that, they don't want to really. I'm not saying they, but they might not. I mean, it might be like scary, it might be fearful, it might be difficult. They don't have the skills on how to have that conversation. They don't have the knowledge on how to bring it up. There may be a history of trauma already. It's something that's already there. And then encouraging acceptance as a parent to how do you, or a family member, it doesn't have to be a parent, but I'm just trying to kind of be more inclusive and encouraging, whether it's a friend or a coworker, again, someone around you where you can see these signs, because that's the whole point of this, is to just being aware of the signs and to being able to open up and have those conversations to save that life. That's what this whole episode is about. It's just really not having the skills, or maybe just having a technique or the tool just to be able, or maybe just a little less fear in asking that question.
Mm-hmm. I like that. What as a parent, are you able to step into the situation and say,
oh, me?
At this moment, these are all hard questions for me, hard for you. Do you think that maybe we should both look into both, not I need you to get help, but that we look into getting some help so we can discuss this further? Because I'd rather have that discussion and try to bring somebody else into it than for us to have the discussion while we're at the cemetery. I just don't want to see it. And I've had it firsthand. I mean, stepchildren, and just it's a horrible feeling, and you feel hopeless and helpless, and you feel pain, and you don't know what they were going through, and you think what you thought what they were going through, and then you have then you go through it's yeah. And so just really understanding and having that conversation, and being a parent that says, I don't have all the answers, because a lot of parents think they do. A lot of times you could just say, listen, we got to go find that. That's why my kids love me. I got 6 great kids, and we fostered almost 50 children. And why they enjoy, or why they love being family with us, is because that's how I did it. So it's really called the Sama effect. And whoever doesn't have the Sama background, it's amazing, because you're helping lead them to a discussion that sounds like they're leading it and you're just helping them along and they're figuring it out as they go. And it's a
Oh,
quick program. And you really get to know that, wow, okay, I didn't even know he's having those feelings. Wow, I didn't know. Wow. And then you get to the wow factor. Now we got to go figure that out. What does that look like?
absolutely. Absolutely. It takes, I mean, you have to care, and you can't be scared. You know, I like a point that was made in the comments about that there are out there individual students, adolescents that maybe don't even want to listen to it, right? That are already in a state of mind where they don't want the help, or they're gonna. What are your feelings on that? With those,
I love that. I love that question. So it's all about opportunity. So for instance, if everybody's kind and everybody's nice, do you think that maybe some of those feelings would go away? So what she might be or he might be looking at is other people that hurt them, and someone needs to go to that person once, twice, or every day and just start feeding them with confidence and feeding him with something different than what's being fed to them right now. Now, listen, I understand we're not going to catch all the fish. We're not going to catch all the stars and throw them back, but we're going to catch this one or that one, and we are going to cause awareness. Unfortunately, we are all going to have to walk through pain sometimes, and it sucks. It sucks hard, and we don't want to lose anybody. There's not, but we could talk about this all day. Now we got to show. Now we got to have more. Now we got to have more Coach Dave Verdu going into high school saying, you are worth it. You are the bomb diggity dig dig, because I have proof, I have evidence that they do want to listen. And if you approach in a way that it's something that will build a memory, I promise you, you'll get them, because I've got hundreds of letters and hundreds of responses and hundreds but I ain't even all that. I mean, you put a KSU
right? No, I mean,
Mr. Clean
again, but you're
looking
one
dude in front of
person.
somebody, it's crazy. Right.
Yeah, but one person can make a
Right.
difference, and then you just look how many times you've multiplied that.
So what about you and I, DJ?
Yeah.
What about you and I and the
everyone that's in the audience,
4,000 people that's on the audience, right? Because we have what, like 20,000 people watching us right now.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you, Mom. Hey, Mom, thanks. I'm on TV. I did it. I made it. Woo!
You're so funny. But I want to go back to what you were talking about, because to me that's one of the tips. They say stay connected with them, stay right there, don't let them go, let them know you're there. Not today, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. Hey, I'm here for you. Hey, if you need anything, I'm here. Helping them connect, helping them have resources, giving them those choices, empowering them. And I like how you said that, giving them the opportunity, giving them.
That's right.
Yeah.
The one more effect, we call it. How about that, DJ? The one more effect. Well, one more what? I don't know. Do you need a second? One more second? What do you need, a minute? A month? Oh, wait. So you start where you need to start. One more what? One more good thought. Wow. One more second. Okay, you made it. Now what are you going to do? One more minute. I'm going to go 5 more minutes. And then I'm up to, I'm going to kick butt this year. What? Right?
Right.
Sometimes you got to, so we're going to make t-shirts, and this is for everybody that struggles and hurt. Raise your hand if practice sucks. Yes, it sucks. You get to wear old clothes and you sweat, and it's just, there's no score being kept, and you don't get to see squat that night. There are no results. What did we do? Right? However, if practice was meant to be fun, they'd call it a game. Your game, the time that you're in the game, is way less spent than when you were in practice. So you only get to wear the nice jerseys during the
game.
And everybody's going to show up because they want to know what you learned in practice. Now, practice, then you bring it to. So I would tell all my peeps
Great.
hurting, struggling, just practice. You know what? Today I'm going to read this one. This sucks, and I know I don't want to. I don't care. It's not working, but I'll read it. I am great. Okay, I'm done. Whatever. One more thing. Just one more time, and then one more time, and then one more time, one more time. Just one more thing. One more thing.
Changing those behaviors.
Come on.
Conditioning
That's
them.
right.
You're conditioning them, coach.
Yes. That's right. The muscle is a mind, and the heart, I don't care what anyone says. The longest 18 inches is from the head to the heart. That's a fact.
All right. So go ahead.
You go. I know I'm on delay, and I'm so sorry about my instrumentals, but so you go, girl.
I was gonna point out actually two things in the chat because I didn't want to step over Yanis's comment, and he asked about I don't care to be stigmatized anymore when it comes to your own motivation. Am I right or wrong on this? Not the way to see it. Interesting. Thank you for your comment. I just wanted to pull that up because I appreciate your share.
Keep that up there and read that to me again. David, I am diagnosed with schizophrenia. I don't care to be anymore when it comes to my own motivation. I am right, wrong. Okay. Dude, my youngest son, Johnny, has schizophrenia. Horribly. Like, I'm sure be honest. When you're dealing with that type of mental illness, then those are some things that only you as an individual can serve up and battle. And here's what I mean by that. You're the one that's having to fight. So if I'm standing next to you, I can't even imagine what your mind is going through. So who am I to tell you what you're doing is wrong, right, or the other? Your mind is going so fast and you are seeing things at a faster pace than anybody else. Then how am I supposed to do? Here's what I want you to know, that I'm here for you, man. I'm here to listen to what you have to say. And I may not have any advice, but I'll tell you what, high five when we're done. Because that's all we need. I just don't want you to be alone. That's all my son ever needs. Stop correcting me. Stop. I know you want me to go out more, but I just feel and I know I give him opportunities, but then he's the one ultimately that has to make that final decision. But I promise you this, Giannis, I'm there for you, buddy. I won't be able to keep up with you. I won't. But I'm there for you. And I will let you know that. You can't keep up
with him, Coach? What?
Yeah. So, Giannis, man, I want to talk more if you need it. And just know that we need you. We need you as a spokesperson and say, hey, listen, it's just hard. I don't know. Don't stick me in a corner and tell me that I have this. Me either. I don't want that. Yeah. That's for sure. Yeah.
That's for sure. So I definitely wanted to pull up that comment. It was really important. Katie J, thank you for being here. I don't think I gave you props yet. So yeah, we know David is a bag of barbecue potato chips. Hopefully you like barbecue, Coach.
Here's what I say. I love Kenneth too. Kenneth is the guy that writes, man, you the sparkliest, most dominant person that I've ever known, met, and such as the berries from the trees are falling on you, my friend. I love that. That dude's all over it. But I find myself, because I'm Italian, I like to call myself ragu because it's all in there. All the mushrooms, the meat, the sauce, all you have to do is pop the top. It's all in there. Just dump it out because you're going to get vegetables and tomatoes and you're going to get the whole package. It's going to taste delicious.
Everything. You just get everything with Coach. Okay, I got a question for you. So when we talk about suicide, one of the things is keep them safe. And I know we talk about with suicide ideation, planning, that incorporates plan. And that can mean What about with kids? Have they ever shared any information about a weapon in the home or anything like that? Or have you had any stories? Or what can we share to maybe talk a little bit more about that? And what would be your advice? Or
First off, again, it's got to be dealt with individual, because listen,
yeah,
you tell me if I'm wrong or right on this. Kids and adults are very sneaky. You got to hear me now. You didn't hear me because you didn't shake your head. We are very sneaky. We are very sneaky. If we're going to do something and it's set, we're going to do it.
yeah.
The main thing is the interception, the crossroad. Everybody went through a crossroad. Everybody I've talked to that whatever has tried to hurt themselves. There was a that day is when. So it's one trigger. All the great things that have happened, it could be just that one trigger. Now, what do we do to keep everything safe? I think we have responsibilities.
Yeah.
As parents, as anybody. Listen, even if my kids didn't have schizophrenia, Asperger's, depression, and stuff, I don't keep my guns on the kitchen table. I don't put my medication out because I'm teaching my children that safety is everything. Safety is first. That ain't a toy. And I thought I taught them about, we all have this thing called a medicine cabinet. And we go up and we lock it and we keep it shut. I can't be with my children all day. You don't think they can open that? Yes, they can. Don't deceive yourself. I got it all locked up, and you got to be better than that.
But be aware. But be aware. Know where your stuff is at. Make sure and so if you know your child has mental health issues, mental illness, if you're communicating with your loved ones, if you're being aware, this is all part of that awareness and being part of accepting what needs to be done and how to do the best you can to keep our lives safe, of our young people, of our family members, even of our senior citizens. I mean, even seniors now increasing, right? Suicide. So, I mean, it's all across the board. We have to watch all our friends and family. And you just never know.
Your neighbor.
It's not that easy to tell the signs, but the signs are there, right? It may not be super easy and simple, but the signs are there.
So I know that COVID sort of changed everything. And I used to, for 2020, my slogan was, like a good neighbor, stay over there. Anyways, that was the 2020 slogan because of the COVID, right? So I don't want you to come near. So now that things have lightened up, I've come to a conclusion that there are so many ways to reach people. We're not Pony Express anymore, people. Now, if you want to spend, how much is a stamp? $20. Remember, we used to know these. We used to know how much stamps were. How much is a stamp?
Yeah. Like 50 cents? 50 cents.
Are they 7 cents? I think they're 7 cents, DJ.
50 something. I don't know.
You just told me your age, and I just told you mine. It's 15. Really? Yeah, in the 40s. No, just kidding. But we have ways to reach people now. We do. You can still write them a letter. My mom loves sending notes. You can send an email. You can send a text. And I'm not asking huge. Hey, sup? That's a whole conversation with me. I'm done. Hey, sup? Right? Hey, sup? If they want to holler back and write a note.
The lines of communication.
Right? However, I always tell my friends, after I'm talking to them, saying, it seems crazy, but I'm the only one that's making this relationship tick because I'm the one always calling. So I stopped saying that about a year and a half ago because that's who I am. Does it really matter who called who? Who cares? They get to hear me. And that's all that matters. I'm kidding.
Thank you, Rosemary. 58 cents.
50. What?
Close.
Where have I been? And what do I do with the other 2 cents if I give them 6 dimes? I mean, what do you do
You put
you let
it in
them
your
keep the pennies, DJ?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wanted to make a comment. Finding Cherry said something really important. I really love that. Someone smart once told me that a community is only as strong as the person sitting next to them. That person is your responsibility.
I like it. However, there's always a however with me.
Go.
There are some people that, now, I love them. We'll make sure they're fed, but some people just need to stay home because they don't understand yet. They don't have the sympathy or the empathy to understand what's going on in the world. Come on, girlfriend, you know what I'm talking about? Because this thing is so much deeper than suicide. There's race, there's color, there's this, there's that. And we're hopping from one thing to the next. We hop.
So many things.
And we go.
Yes.
So there, can I just be honest? Some people stay home. It's okay. I've been a pastor of large churches. I've loved serving people. They're my favorite. But I also don't like those same people. That's just a joke. I'm just trying to be funny. But anyways, so I just...
But we like humor. No, but this is important. And these conversations, I mean, we're not going to have an hour talking about suicide and not have some entertainment and some jokes. And you know, that's important. Yeah. Again, that's life. Like, it's okay. And I'm going to go ahead into some personal stuff, like, because I have to ask these questions in my personal life to my fellow loved ones. Are you having thoughts of suicide? That question should not upset anyone. It should actually, if anything, it's going to save a life, because now they know that, okay, so yes, or you're going to get a maybe, or, okay. That question. So
let's start a trend right now. DJ, let's start something right now.
What are we starting?
One person, just one person. And when you tell them, hey, just need to ask you, have you felt suicidal these last several weeks, years? And they say, oh my gosh, heavens no. Will you do me a favor and ask somebody? And so everybody asks one person. And then tell them to tell one person. Mm-hmm. And maybe we'll get to someone that goes, what? Like happened to me at dinner a couple nights ago. Excuse me? You want to pray for me? What? No one's ever done that. Boom, pulls a chair out, sits next to me. I said, don't you have to work? Don't care. What did you say? I said, I want to pray for you. You never know. So let's just tell one person. So that
question says you care. That question shows love. That question shows I value you.
Yeah.
Your value, your life.
Can you imagine though, in the 70s asking that same question? Times have changed. Things are fast food, internet. Things have gotten worse. Things have gotten more fast. Things are permanent and are in place right now. Sometimes I go to different cities. It's the same stuff. There's a Pizza Hut there. There's Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Subway. Maybe if you're lucky, you get a Frizoli's. Hey, but it's all the same stuff. So what are we doing to mix it up a little bit, to ask people, to share, to write a post saying, hey, don't forget that if you're hurt and struggling, call this number. Okay? Right. Call this number.
Oh, and then they also, like in these conversations, just kind of encouraging those loved ones to have someone that they confide in. Do you have someone that you can talk to? Is there someone that you feel safe around? Or I'm always here to talk anytime you need. Not giving them quote unquote advice or quote unquote what to do or how to solve that quote unquote problem, right? Because that's not why you're there. That has all of that. It's not where the conversation should lead, really. It should be focused on that life. So that's why I think it's important to always ask that question, and then to just not really get caught up in all the other side conversations. I think that once you ask that question, then what? It's like, okay, what if they say yes? right? You don't leave them. You don't leave their side. It's that simple. You say, oh, okay, and then walk away. So really, it's giving them the comfort.
They didn't tell me this after, yeah. So that's there's school 101 and there's school 102. And school 102, if they say yes, don't leave. That's the whole school.
Right.
Make popcorn or whatever. Hey, I want to give another number, DJ.
Yeah, let's go.
This is the text number 741-741. It's a text number that you get immediately. It's nationwide. Oh, it's right there.
There it is. It's on the bottom for you now there, Coach.
Who did that?
I did that.
Was
production magic.
Oh, that was fast.
I had it ready.
Tell everybody somewhere, if you're uncomfortable talking about this, then
text.
Hang up and call Coach Verdu, because you shouldn't. That's not what it says. That's not. So I want to share another story with you that
Please.
touched my heart, and he still stays in contact with me. I met this family about 6 years ago in Boonville, Arkansas, where I did several schools, and then that night I wanted to try something fun and bring in a band and do some magic and bring some people in, do like as best as I could an Americans Got Talent in these Boonville sticks of Arkansas. And I wanted to share my testimony. I have a fantastic testimony of life, because the reason I do what I do is because of things that happened in my life. And I want to make better. I want to move forward. And so this mom calls me, are you still having the play? Yes, I'm dragging my son down there. Do you have people to help me? I said, yeah, what? He goes, I have to be with him 24/7 right now. He wants to commit suicide. He runs after him, tries to get nice. It was a horrible mess. So he comes to the show. He sits in the very, very back corner. I tell my buddy, just keep your eye on him. Hey, I got to go to the restroom. Follow him. And so he was very upset about, what are you doing? He goes, just making sure you're all right. Just want you to know I care.
Yeah.
And I know you're struggling and hurting. So I got to talk and do my thing, and I just shared with everybody. And then at the end, I went over and I reached my hand out to him. And he goes, what do you think? What do you think you're going to do, and how much better you're going to make it? Now, this isn't going to happen all the time, but I stuck my hand out and I reached for him and I said, I'm here right now. And it changed everything. He fell apart, not because of what I said or who I am, but because he finally cracked and said, okay, fine, I'll let people in. Because that was his stepmom that cared. And they hugged and wouldn't let go. It was like, it was powerful. It was relieving. To this day, they still invite me for supper. They have Arkansas has no restriction when it comes to fireworks on the 4th of July. So he buys a show. His dad buys a show in celebration of life. And we're invited there all the time. And it's incredible. So again, as we're winding down or whatever, I want to share that. Show a lot. Show so much. Show other people around you that you care. Because a lot of times telling them or sharing with them, oh yes, oh gosh, I so understand. No, you don't. They don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear you tell me that you understand, because I'm going through it right now, like right now. And all I need you to do is shut up, sit there, be whatever, and be part. And so, you guys, and the big plug for DJ is, you guys get involved. Let's hear your mayhem. And she does need to be known. It's this tremendous show. Look at her smile, guys. Unbelievable. It's amazing. She lights up a room. So get involved. Do everything that you can to make a difference. And listen, I know we may not be done, but I wanted to plug that for you, because you are someone special, and I appreciate you. And I do need you in my life, like I do other folks that have been listening and sharing as well. And so I'm blessed to be part.
Thanks, Coach. Your mission is incredible. 10 years. You just had your 10-year anniversary, right? 10
Yes, I
years?
did. Yeah. Yes.
Congratulations.
And that's 10 years of way beyond measure. Now it's
Yes.
30 plus
Right.
years of education and stuff. But listen,
Oh,
we
yeah.
celebrate how should I say, when you're doing something good, celebrate. Because it don't make sense
Even
that
the
when I
small
die, you
things.
open a building. Yeah. Whatever. I
I
mean,
talk
my
about
dad
you.
passed away of
Celebrate those
cancer
little
and they
small.
built him a stadium. It's crazy. I'd rather have him built the stadium while he was alive. And that way he could have seen it. And we celebrate. We celebrate. Yeah, celebrate. So very exciting stuff for sure.
Yeah. Very, very, very important. This conversation's been really powerful and strong, and just appreciate your energy you're bringing. Let me just double check. I wanted to say one. Thank you, Saturday night. One person you can talk to about everything. And I always talk about that, just having one person. And the comment, what I had said before is, if you offer yourself to someone and you ask that question, and asking them if they have someone they can trust in or someone that they can open up to, not leaving them alone, just really guiding them, and being there available, giving them the help, getting them the help that they need. So important. And, just encouraging that warmth in these difficult times right now, because everybody's going through it, and the risk factors really are increasing. So many risk factors that we now have to manage, right, and deal with, and it just seems like more and more is coming at you as we just get more and more into the virtual and the real world and everything that's just kind of changing so rapidly for all of us in the last year to year and a half, 2 years. Lots of changes, lots of loss.
Call it vroom vroom, the vroom vroom effect. Everything's flying by us. The vroom vroom effect. Now, don't look back because you could run into something. Don't look back. Don't look side to side too long because then you're seeing things fly by you. Make sure you stay focused to that front windshield. It's much bigger than the rear view, and you can see a lot more than the side view. So stay focused straight ahead. You guys got this, and it's a great thing. And DJ, if anybody needs help, they can go to waybeyondmeasure.com and just check out what we're doing. Love to show up at their school or club or community and just do something that I do best. And that is I coach people for victory, and I help put them in the right place. Coach is coach, and you put the person in the right place, then they'll be able to succeed. So anything that we can do to serve, anything that we could do to help you, DJ, because you are tremendous. And I'm hoping that more people jump on board and we get a national sponsor for you because you are making a difference. It's awesome. It's awesome stuff.
Well, I appreciate you. I do want to share your, you also have donations available on your page as well for your nonprofit. You got to keep it going.
That's right.
We got to support you.
We love to be able to tell schools that, hey, some donations have come in, and so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit more, or your prices dropped a little bit so that you can use that money for your Backpack Friday, whatever it is. Backpack Friday is an amazing program that we help with, tell kids to bring backpacks on a Friday, those ones that are unfortunately below the poverty line. Yes. We feed we fill up their backpack with food for the weekend. We stuff it, and he carries it home, and
all those risk factors,
little things. So anything that you can do to help, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Waybeyondmeasure.com, and don't be surprised that in 5 or 6 months you see DJ's face on the front of Way Beyond Measure because she's taken over. It's awesome.
Oh goodness, you're so funny. I appreciate you. Yeah, but this mission's going to continue. I know you're just going to keep going, and you're going to keep changing lives and our youth and our adolescents and our up and coming future generations here that are going to leave our country to lead our country, right? And Feed
That's right. That's right.
our future.
And
So,
they are hungry. They are hungry, DJ. And so let's I'm trying to do my best to teach people to feed and not fillet. So
oh,
let's feed our youth. Let's feed. Don't fillet them. They're not fish. Let's feed them.
love
Keep
that.
feeding them, and
Good
they're gonna
things.
be okay. And remember where you came from, fishy fish. Don't be filleting people. Come on.
Don't be filleting people. All right. Well, Coach, we'll go ahead and we'll wrap it up. We're going to finish up our episode for Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. So there's a lot of work to be done. And I know September is for suicide prevention, but really, this is just something, it's really like a problem that everyone needs to be aware of, and everyone should be doing their part to save lives out there. And we didn't even talk about our veterans. I got to just mention my veterans. I just got to give a shout out to veterans, that we're here for you too. And there's also assistance and help, and we want to encourage them to know that we are here for them and that we understand that.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of work to be done.
I are a veteran. Yeah, I'm a veteran. I was in the United States Navy, so
yeah.
I get the loneliness. I get the whole being out there and doing, but listen, it's different. Don't call me and I'll never say that. Oh, I understand. No, I don't. Everyone's going through their own thing, but here's what I do know. I'm with you right now.
Okay.
I'm right here. Right?
Meet them where they're at.
Right here. Come on now.
Meet them where they're at. I say that too. It's true. Can't expect people to find you and meet you where you're at. So.
That's right.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to say our good nights and thank you. I appreciate everything, your service to your community, your service to your country, your service to your family, your dedication to everything. And we're just going to keep shining the light for those in the dark.
We'd like to thank our guest and our sponsors for today's show. If you would like to be part of this show, please contact. I'm sorry. I was your voice at the end. I was your voiceover.
Thank you.
Unfortunately,
okay. I got an outro.
So, okay, there you go. Hey, you guys, thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out, and DJ, much love to you and all the things that you do. And I can't wait. Let's talk some more a little bit later. And
you got this.
My privilege and my honor. You're the best.
All right. Bye, Coach. You take care. Thanks, everyone in the chat.
Bye, guys.
Y'all have a good night. See you next week.